What is up, my guys? We are back. This is the Juice Box with episode 183. It's hot as fuck outside, 183 degrees. Just nuts out here.
It's very hot. And so I've been dealing with kind of, I wouldn't say chest issues, but I've noticed it's been very hard for me to, I wouldn't say breathe, but it's different ever since it's been really hot. And I haven't been vaping really anymore. I'm laying off the vapes. I'm laying off the actual smoking. I've just been doing edibles and such. So it's kind of odd to me that my chest is feeling funky when I'm not vaping.
It's just thick. Just thick, humid air, I feel like.
Yeah, it's so I have to blame it on the heat. So I'm gonna assume it's the heat.
I've been waking up every morning like with a bunch of shit to like hawk up and out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's weird. I don't know.
I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. I can't wait for it to be winter and cold. I don't care.
Okay, so great. So you're on the winter fall train. You're ready.
Yes, fall is the best.
Fall is the best. Spring and fall, that's what I'm coming to learn. Spring and fall are like the best 2 times of the year. Good fucking weather.
Which we rarely get, so we have to cherish the weeks.
You're not miserable. Like, dude, last year it was fucking hot into October.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember at Ty's wedding? That was like mid-October.
I didn't remember that. Now I'm sad because there's months left.
Yeah. We're not, dude, like August and September are going to be worse than July. They traditionally are.
And like, I have like weddings in September and October. It's going to be hot as fuck still.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking miserable.
Still.
Yeah, dude. Especially in dress clothes, like heat. I think the heat and dress clothes has to be the worst combo.
Worst combo.
Has to be.
Because there's nothing you can do too. Like, you start sweating, and because you'll start sweating, you'll be at like the ceremony. Then you're like, fuck, I got like 4 more hours of this.
Yeah. And then you take your jacket off, and it's still just hot because your neck's getting choked to death.
Yeah. Dude, I hate dress clothes more than anything in this world.
Preach, brother. We could talk about this for hours if you would like. There is nothing worse. Absolutely nothing worse. I will give regular polo golf shirts a break here. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
Let's throw them out. But in terms of like button up, tie, pants tucked in, suit jacket, yes, you can look your best in those clothes. Obviously, I feel like we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
But in terms of wearing them, it is the absolute worst thing that you can make a person do in this life. I truly believe that.
See, I'm on the controversial other side. I enjoy wearing dress clothes, but again, in sad boy season, cold ass weather.
Okay.
I hate it in the summer. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I feel like once I get the outfit on, I'm like, okay, I look good, but I'm like, I hate wearing it. I'm not comfortable.
What makes you like to wear it?
I don't know. I just think I'm old soul.
You think you're going to pull?
Well, no.
Yeah, dude, yeah. That's
what
what it is. You think you're going to pull?
I don't know. I just like it.
I definitely used to enjoy it, like when I was younger, like when we'd have our school dances in high school. I'd be
like hockey games.
And in hockey games, we'd wear our tie. I always used to think I looked so sick showing up to my hockey games because I'd be like in a shirt and tie and dress pants, but then have my hockey jacket over it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But it was zip up, so the tie was showing. I was like, dude, you just look like a pro out here.
Yeah.
Looking sick as fuck.
See, I always envision a world, because I agree. I like looking nice in those clothes. I like to envision a world where now that we live in the social media picture world, I would like a world where everybody dresses up for 2 hours. We all take pictures. We have something that we can post. We have something that we can throw up. Then I can throw my Carhartt shirt on, throw them back, and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know?
That segues very well into one of my hates. And it's a new hate. It's actually not even on my list, but I went to get sized for my rental tuxedo thing for a wedding. Why is it $250?
Oh, brother.
I hate to sound like a poor boy already on the podcast, but why is it $250?
Truthfully,
you wear it for 5 hours.
I don't think it makes you sound like a poor boy. When you think about it, I would much rather just buy something.
Yeah, and how much does it cost? Because it cannot cost much more than that.
Sometimes
to buy.
You need to inquire about that, because sometimes it really is just cheaper to fucking buy it.
Because if
Where'd you go? Men's Warehouse?
Yeah,
Oh,
but then
fuck
you,
that
you,
place.
you have to yeah, yeah, exactly.
that place.
I'm waiting for mine, just not fit.
Every time I go to the mall, I go to the mall basically every Sunday, get pizza.
I noticed that.
Oh, I
I've
got
been stalking
Fabio's.
your
You
load.
stalk my location. That's fine.
Well, dude, friends do
I
that.
stalk yours too, to
Yeah,
be quite
okay,
honest.
good.
So
I stalk everybody.
I fucking every time I walk by Men's Warehouse, I just go boo.
I love
I
that.
boom every time. Fuck them.
But I kind of a tire pump because she brought out a large. She looked at me. She's like, you give your weight or whatever. She brought out a large opposed to an extra large, which I usually wear.
Yeah.
But I know, like, I'm going to go the day before the wedding, and it's not going to fucking fit.
Absolutely, it will not.
Yeah, it will not
I
fit.
guarantee it.
Pro tip. I learned this a while back. Pro tip. Always go get fitted when you feel your fattest and your bloatedest.
See, that's a good point, and I did the absolute opposite.
Yeah,
Because-
you started your day with the.
Oh yeah.
fitting.
Well, and the theory is I'm going to lose 10 pounds by then,
Well,
which
it-
not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, but
because I'm going to the beach. What, 4 weeks before the wedding?
I mean, dude, but
two
think about
week-
it.
two, week- 2 weeks before the
You
wedding.
might sweat all the alcohol out.
Yeah, true.
You could lose weight.
I'm going to start running before too.
But yeah, no, I look at it like this. Rent it for $250 to wear for 5 hours or pay $400 and have it forever.
I hear you. If it was right, but it's a tuxedo as well. Like I'm never.
Yeah,
I'm
if
never
it's a
gonna-
tuxedo, then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great segue
Well,
for dumb
bow
people.
tie. I don't know how.
For dumb
full
people like
tuxedo.
me. What's the difference between a suit and a tuxedo?
Like the lapel and
What's that even mean?
That's the thing that comes down here.
The cut?
Yeah, right. That's the lapels
yeah,
are.
yeah,
are
and then the
those, right?
pants have like a stripe through them too.
Okay. Like
Which-
truly, that's a serious question because like you always see like suits and tuxedos and just a quick glare makes it look
And
the
you
exact same.
almost always have a vest with a tuxedo, right?
I believe
Underneath.
so. Yeah. So I don't know if this is technically a full tuxedo, but again, I probably wouldn't wear it again unless I got
My-
invited to big events.
I mean, I bought my suit for my wedding.
Yeah.
I feel like I had to.
Smart move.
Yeah.
It because for me, I've already gotten fitted for John's. I know I'll have to get fitted for Brady's, and then I have all these other weddings in between. In my head, I'm thinking like the mix and match options would have been great because I'm gonna have to at least go buy one new set so then I can mix and match for the other ones.
Right.
And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, man, this was the opportunity
Yeah.
to do
Well,
this.
this just like, got me thinking like girls got it so rough. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I got to buy my own suit for my wedding, and I'll wear it to all these other things since my wedding. She buys her wedding dress for the wedding. You don't ever wear it again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen.
Boys get so much more utility out of things.
We love women here, but we don't want to be you. Like
Like
like we love you, but we do not want to be you. The amount of time, and there are one-offs, whatever, but most women, the amount of time it takes to get ready is just fascinating to me. I mean, it is for events like weddings or dances. It's an entire day event,
Oh yeah. Big
an
time.
entire day event, and for me. I'm in my, white tee booze until the 30th minute and then just throw shit
Throw
on
it
and
on.
start smiling and taking pictures.
Yep.
And I feel like that's the way you got to do it with stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't sit in a suit
No.
for even an
Fuck
hour.
no,
Fuck
dude.
that shit.
Well, dude, I even remember Neil's. Everyone's getting ready in the cabin. We're drinking and watching football, and I'm just asking the picture lady. I'm like, how much time do I really have? Like, I don't want to walk around in this. And I was the last one ready because I feel whether I look good or not, we can throw that out. I just feel extremely uncomfortable in those kind of clothes.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's people that are the complete opposite that enjoy that kind
Yeah.
of wear.
Like, why don't you look at some of the guys? Like, I feel like it's becoming a thing of the past, but there's still people like older than us that like go to work every day in a suit and tie.
And I was always the guy, at least at Enterprise, because it was always weird that we had to wear that stuff to rent cars. But now looking back on it, I agree with you. Those individuals are few and far between, and when you do see them, you're like, all right, dude,
Yeah.
you're looking sharp today.
Yeah, you are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're looking sharp, but I know you probably stink under there.
Yeah, you probably smell so bad because you
Like-
probably sweat through it 3 times already.
Like I saw this older guy walking through Center Market the other day. I recognize he's a doctor around here. I can't remember his name, but he like clearly just got off work, was like walking to his car, full suit and tie, with his like nice leather bag, and I'm like, like he's probably in his 60s. He started working when he was in his mid 20s. He'd been doing it for 35 years, and like that's just how it fucking was back then.
Yeah.
You put on your shirt and tie and your suit jacket and go to fucking work and take it seriously. Not to say we don't take work seriously, but like fuck, sometimes, dude, I bought a pair of pants for work that looked nice but have an elastic waist. Like I'm all about being comfy, dude.
Yeah.
If I can do my job comfy, I'm gonna do it a lot better.
Okay. So this pulls me to another point here. I wonder what the style will be of our kids of wear when we're older and we're all wearing sweatpants and hoodies out.
I think that all the time.
Isn't that weird though?
I do. Like because you know how it's like sometimes history just like repeats itself.
Yeah.
What if like kids in 20 years start
That's what I was
just
gonna say,
dressing
yeah.
up like super fucking nice all the time?
Comes full circle.
I mean, honestly,
I won't care. More power to them.
I'll be like, listen, get a job because these clothes aren't cheap, buddy. I can fucking get a Carhartt shirt for $20. You want to wear this Giovanni shirt, man, for $3,000? You're gonna work for that.
But at the
not
same
me.
time, like I have to assume everybody was probably influenced somewhat by what their parents just wore,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
I
so it was like I was just watching Tom Segura on Bussin' with the Boys, and they were talking about sports. And isn't that funny? As most men and women as well, but I'm a guy, so I relate more in this realm. The sport that you like the most is what you grew up watching with your dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of football people, but there's a lot of baseball people out there.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of basketball people out there. There's a lot of hockey people out there. So I wonder what is going to be like the biggest thing that my children will take away that I do now that's normal to me, but I don't even realize it's kind of normal. And then when they're grown up, like I wonder, for example, is it going to be the food? Like, oh, I like this because my dad likes it.
Because my dad likes
You know what I mean? Or movies or music genres. Like, obviously, you can't tell the future, but that kind of excites me to wonder what it'll be.
Yeah. I think about like in terms of kids all the time. Like, I think of all the things that like I was into as a kid
Glasses are off.
and that I'm still into to this day. Because I'll be honest with everybody, like I'm just a fucking big kid at heart. Like I'm still into all the shit I was as a little kid. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like it just makes me happy. Then you think of it, you're like, I want to try to show this stuff to my kids, but there's probably a real possibility that they won't like it at all.
Because they don't have the nostalgia factor
Exactly.
that you do. And
Exactly.
that's the driving force, yeah.
Yep. It's like, and I think about that with like, in terms of like comedy movies. Like my dad grew up and thought Animal House was hilarious. And anytime,
my dad thinks that's the funniest movie of
right.
all time.
Same with my dad.
Which I like it a lot.
I mean, it is a funny movie, but like, I don't think it's
just different taste.
It's different.
Yeah.
But like, will it be the same way? Like if I show my kid The Hangover, will they think it's funny?
I know, dude. And I feel this way because, so my dad can tell you every line from every Rocky movie that has ever come out. But I don't watch the Rocky.
I've seen them.
But like that's his thing.
Right.
That's not mine. So like it is funny to think what will be the thing that I love doing. Like, for example, my big thing right now is I've been watching the Kill Tony podcast, which, long story short, it's basically a panel of comedians and him. They pick out of a bucket, random people come up and they do like a 60-second thing and then they shred them apart. But will my kid enjoy that? Will my kid look back and be like, God damn, my dad was a douche, like watching this all the time, you know?
I feel you, dude.
But dude, so I just jotted down because something that you just said. What age do you think your brain is at? Like when you say you're young at heart, what age do you actually
This is crazy. I was thinking about this last night because I was like driving around because I was fucking bored and haven't been drinking for some reason.
Yeah.
I feel like
First of all, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I was
Kinda
gonna say
said
good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
I was just like, yeah. But
want a beer? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm gonna drink today. But aside, I went to Sheets. I'm good. I appreciate it. I don't do seltzers. I'll throw up. I hate young kids. I fucking hate them.
Oh wow, okay.
Dude, whenever I run into high schoolers, I'm like, fuck
there
these
was
kids.
like 8 of this one group in Sheets, and they just screamed like whatever sound, like moaning or whatever. Okay, you did it once. people like my age might have done that in high school.
Yeah.
They did it the entire time they were there. I'm talking 10 minutes. I was going there to get food. I was motivated to get food. I just left. I was at the screen. I was like, I'm not fucking dealing with this for 15 minutes.
I probably would have done the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I actually probably would have got pissed and be like, "Are you horny or something?"
Yeah,
dude?"
I was
Yeah,
like, but to get back to your point, I feel like when I came back from college, like the first year, like I feel like my brain is the same as it's been since then.
So what age? If
So like 19, 20, I guess.
okay. What about you, Big Czar?
yeah. So like, I feel exactly the same as what he's saying. Like when I came back from college, I still just felt the same age all the way up to like 20, 29.
Yeah.
Probably. It was like when I hit 29 and realized like, not to say I didn't have any serious jobs before that, but like I knew like, okay, like this is a forever thing. Like I can't just like, oh, this is a serious job and fucking like quit it. You know, like this, you're an adult now.
Yeah.
I think that's when my brain finally said, you're old.
Now, like there are definitely elements and like the body and like I'm grown up a lot.
Yeah,
Obviously. But at the same time, I like mentally, I just like I feel the same.
Yeah.
See, for me, if I had to weigh everything out right now and thinking about what still makes me giggle, what I like, I would say my brain is probably stuck at the age of like 22, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you ever, but like, can you, this is going to sound real weird. Can you give an age to just different parts of your brain? Because, yeah, like my humor,
Yeah.
dude, I'll laugh at fart jokes.
Yeah.
Like that's 10-year-old shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I think I say 22 or 23 pretty much because of kind of like what you guys are saying. Like when you get back from college and experience all that, your brain is in the same I guess mental capacity as it was. But I want to say 23 because that is at least 1 to 1.5 years of being in the real world too.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
You know what I mean? So like that's the mixture of, I mean, I will never grow. Like I'm smirking right now just thinking of the things that make me laugh, but like that, I think that age gives me the experience because the real world, real life, that shit doesn't change.
No.
I mean, that's been the same.
Right.
You know, so I would probably say 23 for sure.
Yeah. It's just like now, especially currently, like, you know, I'm going to have a kid relatively soon and stuff. Like I definitely,
Dude, so
I definitely feel my age.
how does that feel? Like if you had to put it into words, what's the biggest thing that you're constantly thinking about when it comes to that? Because there has to be one thing where you're like worried, kind of.
Her health.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want her to be a healthy baby.
Yeah.
It's just like so nerve wracking, especially because like Brooke is still getting like sick all the time. And they tell you that
She was a trooper Thursday. Shout out.
You know, they tell you that the sickness is supposed to stop after the first trimester. Well, like it really hasn't for her. But then you hear that's also normal. Like you'll hear of women that were sick their entire pregnancy. So, but you know, the fact she's still sick and stuff, you just get paranoid and whatnot because you're like, why is she still sick? But you know, you have these checkups and everything's normal, so it's like,
And
you got to roll with it.
It's got to be kind of hard too because everything I feel like with health is kind of generalized in one box. Like they just compare everybody the same way, which is the craziest thing to do it. But I would say like, as long as she's healthy, then it is what it is.
Yeah, that's really all I care about.
You know?
So, but yeah, it's just like every week that goes on, like it creeps up on me more and more. They're like, man, very, very soon you're gonna have so much more responsibility than you've ever had.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because I recently, this is very random of a person that I'm about to name drop, but I was watching the CMT Awards, or not CMT Awards, the CMT channel earlier this morning watching music videos, and Brett Young was on there, and he was talking about how he has his daughters, now his wife, and said one of the biggest things that like he realized he needed to grow up was when he had kids. Does that excite you in any way? Like, does it excite you in a sense of like, once you know this baby comes out, maybe 2 babies because she's sick extra long, might be 2 babies inside. We don't know, dude. You know what I mean? And does that kind of excite you to know, like, hey, now I finally have to kind of lock in my final like adulthood form, knowing that not only am I taking care of myself, my family, my wife, but now there is a person here that I would do anything for.
Yeah, it's
Like that has to be exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
Oh, no,
very,
you-
very,
yeah.
very, very excited. It's still it's nerve wracking, but yeah, like you hear stories like I've heard stories over the years where like we've spent time around so many different people and like you would drinking with people, you start to hear people's stories. I can't tell you how many times I've heard like older men talking about like the day their first child was born. It's just like almost like a chemical reaction in the brain or something. Like something just clicks, and it's like at that very moment, it's not all about you anymore. Like there's a new person that you would just like do anything for.
It's
absolutely anything.
It's the only moment in your life, and I'm not discounting like wives or husbands. Like I get that happens, but to me, having a child is the only moment in your life where you actually go like, this shit is not about me anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
This shit now is about, now you just base every decision off the little human and you don't base it off of you, which is a crazy concept to think about.
Right.
Truly.
It's like you're not really picking your days anymore.
I hate when that happens.
Just
it
gets
gets
so
quiet in here, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a vibe changer.
Yeah,
It is a
it
vibe
is,
change.
dude.
It's
What do
all
we
this
do now?
fucking white noise from the fridge.
Yeah, damn.
God damn, we're on a fucking roll too.
but
Yeah,
but truly, that's how like that to me that excites me the most about
it is exciting, and I will basically guarantee you guys that's exactly what happens. As soon as I hold that baby for the first time, it's gonna be like, well, I'll fucking die for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you just want to dap it up and be like, yo, bro, I made you, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we're gonna be homies forever, whether
crazy.
you like it or not.
And I actually I was on like a work retreat last week, so I spent a day and a half down at the New River Gorge.
That's all.
And and like a lot of the guys I work with that are older, I was telling them how my wife was pregnant and everything, and said it was a girl, and most of them were girl dads, and they were saying like how awesome it is to be a girl dad, like. So
for
hearing
me,
all their stories, I'm pretty fucking excited.
I don't think I've ever said it on that. Might have, but for me, I want to have girls.
Yeah.
Because shout out Aunt Missy, there's a couple things I've heard about this. Her saying is, well, when you have girls, it's different when you have a boy because you have to worry about one dick.
Yeah.
But when you have girls, you got to worry about all the dicks. But I think girls, as they get older, they are more fun with their families than guys when they get older.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, like, I would rather have girls because I know they're always going to bring some kind of fun and different to my life than it would be if it was just another me.
Yeah.
Like, no hate on me.
Yeah.
I'm fun, but, like, I love to be boring and dull, too.
Right.
But, like, a girl, like, always has that different perspective. And I'm hoping to be a girl. I'm hoping to join the girl dad team.
Yeah. There's a lot of us.
There's kind of too many.
There's kind of too many.
Mathematically,
I was thinking we might break the cycle, and man, we just added right to it.
Yeah. A lot of girls.
A lot of girls.
Dude, that means a lot of boyfriends we're going to meet over the years.
I absolutely think that.
A lot of
It's
them.
crazy to think.
It's kind of weird, too. So, okay. What's the ideal boyfriend for your daughter?
Hopefully, not some fucking kind of scumbag. I don't know.
But you're going to.
But that's a funny thing, dude. It's all about like dads. Dads of my ex-girlfriends fucking just hate me.
Yeah.
Hated me. Don't know if they still hate me, but like thought I was just some kind of like
I hope they don't still hate you.
young punk.
Well, you were.
Yeah, I mean, but like I took care of their daughters,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
big time, like fucking looked out. Like I'm a good fucking guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So honestly, like if my daughter could end up with somebody that's got the same values as me, I'd be happy.
That's
Somebody that's because that means they'll care. So
what kind of dad do you want to be, Bubba?
What
Boy,
kind of
girl?
dad? I don't know. We gotta get a little down the road for that.
Dude, you don't know anything, do you?
No, I don't. Don't know much. Never have. No, I don't care. I think boy would be cool.
Yeah, boy would.
I've
Yeah.
always heard my dad was so they didn't know till I was born,
Okay.
and he would have been pissed if I was not a boy. So,
Yeah.
so thank God I was.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like my mom said, he was visibly sweating, and then I believe fist pumped or something of the effect of that. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So your parents didn't have a gender reveal party?
they did not know, and I don't think I'm really for it either. Are you guys?
Not the big extravagant ones.
Yeah.
Like the ones that are posted all over the internet where you
Yeah.
blow up something or some shit.
Intimate is a vibe.
Yeah.
I've been to some like where balloons or something like that. I think I like, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some I don't know.
I personally I like the idea if it's more for you in terms of like just being able to get like friends and family and people around to enjoy the idea and the excitement of it. The whole like overblown internet, dude. When actually, this is another good point. When are we all as a society, at least us at this table, because I don't really care what other people do, but when are we all going to start going against the internet? Because I think we're almost to,
Buddy.
dude. I think we're almost to the point where
I think like that's literally the epitome of everyone's thoughts all the time.
You gotta break.
yeah.
You gotta break the
But
addiction.
and like I get into it too, so I don't know.
That's
oh,
the
dude,
thing.
I hate
trust me.
myself. I hate myself for it. But
Trust me, I agree. I'm with you 1,000%. But when is somebody going to be bold enough publicly to come out and be like, "Hey, this might not be the actual
we just
best
need
thing."
a lot of people to just say it's like lame as fuck.
It
But what else will we do?
I agree with you. That's the
Yeah.
thing. But dude, we could go throw rocks at a pond like they used to.
Yeah.
You could go fishing with your dad or your brother. You might go walk a trail with no shoes on to ground yourself and get nature.
Do people
There
have
are
keg
things to
parties
do.
anymore? I feel like we should just have more keg parties
Keg parties are
Oh,
cool.
when's the last time you've been to a kegger?
tonight.
Tonight.
Couple hours.
Is there gonna be a kegger there?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be so hungover tomorrow then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real, me too. But prior to tonight, it's been a long time.
Long time for me. I used to get so pissed. I was always that guy at the kegger that was just trying to get a free cup. Just like,
have you ever got called out? I got called out.
oh,
one time.
absolutely. Thankfully, most of the keggers that I would be at in college were hosted by like my fraternity.
Right. Yeah.
So I could just kind of do whatever I fucking
But dude,
wanted.
see,
But you
what-
know, who, I always used to get called out at fucking who owned that house on. Who owned the house on Pearl?
So many people.
So many
They
Wheeling people went through it, but I'm
got
trying
passed down.
to think
Was
who
it
had
like
it.
Michelle and Sammy?
Yeah,
I think it was them. Yeah, Michelle, Sammy. I can't remember who else lived there. But yeah, no, that was always a very fun house to go to.
oh, I loved it.
But yeah, I think it was Michelle, Sammy, and a couple other girls.
You know, it was so fucking weird. A couple years back now, hadn't been in that house for fucking years, and we go down to WVU for the Texas game. It was when Texas was playing at WVU, however many years ago, semi recently, and fucking Decam was living in that house.
Yeah.
And we had to go pick her up and like pulled up in the driveway. And I was like, this is so fucking weird. And
Yeah.
I went and walked
Was-
through the house. I was like, holy shit.
Was that the last group? Probably.
I
That's
thought-
the last time I've been in it.
I bet you they pass it on to more Wheeling people.
Yeah,
It was like a tradition.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
but
wa-
I don't know
f-
who would be in it
I feel like I went to one party when they were
when they had it.
as an older individual down
Yeah.
in Morgantown.
Did someone break the table? I remember someone fought there
Dude,
one
the
time. Someone ran and jumped, broke the table, and laughed. It was funny.
I was at a party there one night and it was packed. Like they got a DJ and everything. Like it was pretty lit. And
DJ Spider.
I think it was.
It was DJ Spider
Yeah.
because he gave me a business card.
Okay. Were you at this party? The party where Devin Eiler was up on the bar?
Yeah, I was there. I was actually sitting in. So the stairs were here.
Yeah.
And I was over on the couches when that happened.
So this dude's at this party that doesn't even go to WVU. He's like somebody's cousin that's visiting for the weekend. Like this little fucking. He was a shithead.
They were always the worst.
They were always the worst.
The guy's cousin was always a fucking
You're
asshole.
like, oh, okay.
And he couldn't drink either.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It was always exactly. You are so right. Anytime somebody's fucking family member was in for the weekend, you're like, oh,
they were lame, but it's like
this fucking guy.
cousins.
Yeah, dude, and they always went to OU in Athens, where the biggest party school was, but they couldn't drink for shit.
Dude, so this guy's there, and I had a conversation with him somehow, like before this happened, and he was a fucking d-bag. But anyways, where it's like later in the night, Devin Eiler's like up on the bar in the basement. There's video of this.
Yeah,
somehow there's video of this, like a split second of it.
I think it was on Vine, actually.
Fucking Devin Eiler's up on the bar, and he's like yelling across the room to somebody. This dude just comes out of nowhere and just fucking crushes him off the bar, dude. And it was like chaos for a few seconds. I was like, I didn't know what was happening. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? Like, it was fucking wild.
So, dude, from my vantage point, everyone just jumped up
Yeah.
and like ran over this one. We're like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, wow. That was a core memory that I forgot that you
It was
just unlocked.
fucking
right there.
pandemonium for like 10 seconds.
My sophomore year, or was it? No. I think it was my freshman year, one of the years. Yeah, my freshman year was like the heyday of Little Wheeling back there. Like there was like 6 or 7 people that had houses back there. I guarantee it's not like that anymore, which is sad.
No, yeah, there was always there was Wheeling kids that had houses on Allen. Hancock's house was right below, and they threw parties all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It really was like a little, and then Pearl was just right up that hill from there.
Well, dude, I mean, so like my sophomore year, I mean, I know I lived in a rat's nest, but like Garrison Ave, and then like Ham and Joel were down the street. That Casey they were all right there. And then
Allen's the street that's right across from the entrance of
Allen's
Garrison.
by there, Pearl's right
there.
Dude,
that's a good little area.
Dairy Mart was the spot.
It was, dude. I spent so much time at D Mart.
The amount of money I spent on Strombolis.
Oh, bad.
Strombolis. They had Strombolis there?
Oh, dude.
Baba.
They had to still be there when you were there. They had to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, my God.
There was a case, you'd go up to pay, the pay counter. Well, all the way at the far right of the counter was like a case of Strombolis.
Wow.
Hamburger,
the cheeseburger one,
pepperoni,
the Philly steak one.
Steak. There was one more too. Ham and cheese. Dude, they smacked.
I can't tell you how many times I stumbled into D-Mart and was like, get a Stromboli.
Oh,
didn't even care what was in it, just like crushed it.
Yeah, too many times to count.
Wow.
Oh, I'm starving.
Core memories.
Nice.
What's up, guys? How are we? How we doing?
Feeling good.
How's life?
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Life's pretty good right now.
I feel like us three haven't sat here in a while.
It's been a minute,
dude. Let's just forget.
I should say I have been fucking busy. It's just busy, dude. I hate that.
Yeah, but in your defense and everyone's defense, that's just what happens when you get older, man.
Yep.
And like I've just come to realize that even for myself, like when I say I'm going to do things and just end up kicking it, like we're just to the age now to where like you want to go out, you want to be social, you want to do things, but sometimes just like taking those days for yourself are just as big.
I feel that.
I've done that more in the last 3 weeks than I have my whole life.
Isn't it nice?
Great days.
I've said this before, but I think it's like 2 weeks. Like if I go 2 weeks without doing something every fucking day of the weekend, I just don't fucking care.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get back into it. Like I've got a huge August coming up with just shit every weekend, but I just don't care right now.
And it's nice to just kind of, come with your thoughts. You get to get shit done around the house, bebop around, maybe eat some good food, and you just recharge.
Yeah. That's like I stress like that I need those days. And when I don't have one, I'll go into work Monday morning so much more cranky.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't at least have one day to myself over the weekend, which has been a lot lately.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like I don't know if I told you guys, but my house is officially sold.
Nice. Hell yeah. Good for you, dude.
Well, the paperwork's been signed. All the contracts have been signed, so
just waiting for the dates now.
Yeah, so we only have like close to 20 days. We signed it a week from today. So 23 days. We did 30 days. It's crazy, and now like things have just ramped. Like now I got to get the other house like
ready.
So it's double time. I've been up there a lot. I was just there before I came here.
Yeah. Well, dude, how's that make you feel though? Because I mean, obviously, I know you're excited to kind of go to a place with much more area and stuff, but like that's still like your big house, your big purchase, you know?
I'm very excited about it, but it is a little sad at the same time because
Yeah.
like so many firsts happened while we were living there. But it just, dude, just the whole situation makes so much more sense for us, like financially, comfortability. I mean, it's just like, I don't have to deal with fucking
Crackhead wise.
crackheads anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I even think about that sometimes with the Springdale house. Like that was quick, year, very fast.
That was very fast transition.
Very fast, like had neighbors on both sides. It was a good learning experience, but like obviously ultimately I love this house, but like sometimes I think back, I was like, dang, me and my dad, we put an island in there, just all that little stuff of your first house. So that's why I was just curious.
we had some good times in that first house. It's crazy because like that time really went by so fast.
That time flew, and truthfully, in the best way possible, essentially to me, that was a party house.
It was.
Like,
it was
in a good way.
And not, exactly.
And not in a bad way. Like, obviously, I took care of it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I was going to say, it wasn't like a party house in the sense of where it was fucking trash.
Oh, no. Just like, obviously, I took care of it, made sure it was clean, but like, that was, I feel like to me, and I could be wrong, but like, that was one of the first spots in Wheeling that like in terms of the friend group had as like our own.
Yeah. It was. No, it was.
Yeah. So like I think that's cool. Like
and you have these memories of shit that we just don't really even do anymore, dude. Like it's been so long. We get a little taste of it, but like let me paint a picture for you real quick.
Let's paint one.
Everyone's texting each other on a Friday. We go to your house. We fucking pregame for like hours,
which is like just a foreign concept right now,
right?
Kind of. Like I mean,
I agree.
I could do it, but I haven't done it in quite a long time.
No, like now you just kind of just go.
Yeah.
But like I remember we'd pregame, we'd all bullshit, then we'd hop in the car and like bump the whole fucking way until we got to the bar.
That's right.
And then have ourselves a night. We haven't done that, and then I'd drive us all home like an idiot.
Yeah, dude. But like again. Thank God we're all here. Well, most of us are here, and thank God we're all safe. But like, I wouldn't trade those memories for anything.
No, how could you,
dude? We had so much fun. Then we would go home from the bar back to the house, and like have like random people.
That's sometimes where the craziest shit went down.
It
was the end of the night.
That's one of the like biggest periods I miss. Yeah,
yeah.
Like just a random grouping, the Motley Crew that would come back.
Yeah.
Like who made it.
And
to that,
and those people like aren't in Wheeling anymore. You know what I mean?
No.
Like you would just run into the most random fucking people that you've known for years.
Like it would. There was always the core, and then there was always the other randoms. I don't want to call them randoms.
Not random, but
right.
Exactly. Like I was about to call him an outsider. Not really even an outsider. Just
associates.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a good way.
Yeah,
to
like,
fringe people.
Some of our associates,
and they would show up, and like we would drink and hang out on the back deck, and like Bill would walk over the cat, just
Bill,
kick it with us.
He was a good cat. That
cat.
I hope he's still around. My favorite memory of that house, or maybe not my favorite, but the funniest was when we made those edibles, and
dude,
we watched like at the time there was only 3 Jackass movies out. We ate edibles and watched all 3 Jackasses just like right in a row.
Was that the butter?
I can't remember if that was the butter, if they were the ones I made with all the Reclaim. Like I was saving Reclaim from dabs.
Yeah,
they were so strong,
dude.
They were stupid.
Now we're getting in the weeds here, but do you remember the weed butter stick?
I do.
That Jacko got us.
I do from his coworker.
And we tried
stupidly strong.
We tried to make cookies, and they came out as pancakes. But if you ate like this much, you were high for a week.
Yeah,
literally.
That's too much.
Mother, cover your ears. But I remember literally the first night that we made those and then ate them, and it was a Game of Thrones. It was either a Game of Thrones night or a Sunday night football night, and we ate one. And I woke up the next morning to go to work at the rental car place in St. Clairsville, and was baked.
Oh yeah,
until 5 p.m.
Oh yeah,
that next day.
Yeah,
and I vividly remember this day because I was like punching myself inwardly. So I stayed at the front counter all day So my coworkers couldn't tell I was banged up, but I guarantee the fucking customers did.
Oh,
But I didn't want my coat. I was like, just stood right in the front, directly in the front, did my thing, and god damn, that week was crazy.
Oh, dude, like that. I remember you guys talking about that, and it scared me off of them. I was like, no, I don't want to try any that you made with the butter. It's like it'll ruin my fucking life.
They rocked my world. That is the most dialed in edible time of my life.
Dude, edibles, I don't know. I'm always so full of shit. I'm like, oh, I don't eat those. Well, yeah, I've had some semi recently, and they always just fucking kick my ass.
Yeah.
Edibles just kick my ass. It's just, I remember one time, this is a funny edible story. I was only, we were super young. I don't even think I was 21 yet. Pretty sure I was only 20. I made like 2 trays of brownies for a party up at West Lib. WVU was off on Easter break or spring break, but West Lib, like we were always like a week off from each other, and like they still had school that whole week. And then there was a party on a Friday night at a buddy's house, and I took those edibles up there, and I just gave them out for free. I like ruined so many people's nights up there. And then the cops showed up.
Oh man,
And
that's terrible.
People started, but so they didn't bust the party. The cops like showed up, were parked outside. Everyone's bright idea was to like turn all the lights off and everyone just like get down. So they got all these fucking people just rocked off of brownies, like just freaking out.
Wait, whose house were you at?
You know whose house?
I feel
was
like
at.
I might have been there.
You might have been.
I
You
kinda
probably
remember
were.
this.
You probably were.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Everyone just was like badly high.
Dude, that house was that was the safe haven when we were younger for something to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Truly.
Oh yeah. I had some good times in that house.
Yeah.
A lot of good times in that house.
See, I'm fully on board the edible train. I think that edibles can cure anxiety. I think edibles can cure depression, and I think edibles can get you to giggle a little bit. So I'm encouraging everybody to do edibles
Dude,
at night or at 2:30 on a Saturday when you're just wanting to have a great time. You know?
they just like, oh man, so you got to be careful with them because like I'll just be too high, absurdly high.
Yeah, so Delta 9, which is regular THC, you're allowed to sell edibles now in the stores around here that are
Really?
in small milligram doses.
So you just double up.
Well, I doubled up last night, but today I just took one, which is just a tenner. Like normally for me, a tenner would be like, make me feel warm inside, make me feel wanted in this world type feeling. And these kind of tenors, I'm feeling groovy right now. Man.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it a lot. And I think if more people took edibles, they'd be happy.
That segment was a great ad for edibles.
Yeah, it really was.
Juicebox Pod brought to you by edibles.
So with that being said, we're dropping an edible line. It's coming out in 3 weeks. Sign up now.
They're made in the kitchen upstairs.
Sign up now, dude. No, but yeah, truly, I love that Springdale house, dude. I remember watching like it was season 7 of Thrones.
Yeah.
Drinking wine.
And that was the time period where we went to see a couple of the different Star Wars movies coming out.
Oh, dude. And it was the time, I believe, me and Sith watched this movie a couple weeks ago. The Entourage movie.
I watched it last night.
Do you remember that? You remember going to that movie?
Yeah, wait, you watched it last night?
Yeah.
We got fucking
dabbed out of our mind.
Like bad.
And
ripped up.
Soon as we turned it on, I always remember that moment because it was just a couple core young boys that used to just love to giggle and have a good time.
We had a decent group that went to that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I could name them all, but I don't want to air people out.
Yeah. That's true.
There was probably like 5, 6, 7 of us.
Yeah.
We squished. And then like we were all sitting there and we were all giggling. And as soon as it started, everyone shut up. We were just all
dialed in.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Entourage movie has the greatest first line of any cinematic movie I've ever seen in my life.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
Yeah.
I can do it if you want.
Remind me of the first line.
I'm going to have to jerk off before we even get there.
That's right.
Dude, that is the greatest first line of any movie that's ever been created of all time.
I liked the Entourage movie for the most part.
Oh, it's so good.
Definitely wasn't as good as the show,
For sure.
but it was good.
But you want to know what the best thing about the Entourage movie was from a lover of movies and shows? Is that's one of the only, again, it could be one of the only movies that I've ever watched from a series to a movie, but that's one of the only like movies that I can think of that if you didn't watch anything prior to it, you could still go to or watch and enjoy the movie
you'd
for
be
what it is,
fine.
and it makes you want to watch the show.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I remember at the time too, they were saying there was supposed to be a sequel to that movie.
I would love a
Like
sequel.
right after that movie dropped. Like, what's her? I can't remember the actress that plays Sloane. She was talking about how there was
Manual
supposed to be a second one.
something.
Yeah, she's so fucking hot.
They really need to bring that show back, dude. Like I just, and I've said this before on the podcast. Like in my, and I understand like all good things have to come to an end.
Yeah.
Like whatever, you get burnt out on it, but like
Like the
the
Queen of England.
the formula for that show, the formula for that
Rest
show
in peace.
is a formula that like could have gone on forever.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So
It's-
oddly enough, normally people start shows on season 1. I remember me and Jacko just spent a weekend or two in the dorms, and I started on season 5. And
Oh yeah.
he had season 5 and 6 on DVD. And as soon as I watched those, I was like, this will always be one of my favorite shows. And it's incredible.
When I first started watching it, that's one of those shows where I've gone through it 10 plus times.
And it's always good.
And it's always good. It never is not good.
What?
There's literally, I think, 2 or 3 episodes of the show that I didn't care for. And you might be able to guess which ones. Because we definitely used to talk about this.
It's been a while.
Yeah, go, you can say.
They're the Dom episodes. I hate those episodes.
Dom
He's a
episodes
horrible
suck.
character.
Honestly, the Dom storyline sucks.
Yep. Thank God it wasn't
Was
a
he
long.
just their friend that was in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stole the Shrek doll or whatever.
But
Yeah.
see, dude, that also was like you could tell how all shows go where like you get to a certain season and everybody wants more money, and that was season 3 where it was in part A and part B, and you could tell like the show was getting so popular, and that's you hate to assume, but I'm gonna assume all the actors and actresses were like, okay, we want more money, like what are we gonna do here? And then they split up the first half and the second half, and I feel like the Dom episodes were just fill in like we need something, here it is.
Yeah, they're shitty episodes, and then he shows back up like in season 6 or something for like one episode.
Yeah, he's even in the fucking movie.
Is he?
He's in the Clink. He's like, that's my boy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When
That's
Johnny
right.
Drum is cranking.
That's
on the
right.
internet.
That's right.
Yeah, dude, what a nightmare that would be.
What?
Being a head storyline of you yawking your fucking meat all over the internet for like a little sex
Yeah, and it's like,
FaceTime action.
come on, that's so normal,
It is normal, but
right?
I'm
I
saying,
mean,
like,
and, like really.
but that would be a nightmare in terms of like celebrity status.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's wrong with Britney Spears?
Whew. Great question. I would love to hear
Speaking
your
of
take.
celebs, I just don't understand it. What is she going for? I don't get it.
Truthfully, for me, Britney Spears, I will always be on Britney Spears' side, but she is one individual that has lived in like the fame era of this country, like the shitty social media part of this country, and I feel like yes, she is crazy, but I also kind of feel bad for her in a sense of like us as a people made her the way she is today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
But to your point, I think she's just a cracked out drug addict
Maybe so.
that just doesn't know left from right or what's up and down because she's always been sexualized since she was a teen,
Yeah.
and it's I feel bad for her.
Yeah. True.
You think she saw it? Did you bag? I would. Hand up. Britney
Shit,
Spears.
I used to have a Britney Spears poster on my wall.
Mhm.
Dead ass.
Her and Christina
It
Aguilera.
was right next to my Eminem poster.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the poster days in your bedrooms, man. That
Yeah,
was
it's like some of my, like, I'd go to Spencer's just to look at the posters.
Yeah, dude. I think that's also why I'm fucking with this new Transformers movie heavy, because it's based in 1994.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the new Transformer movies on Paramount Plus. It's after the Bumblebee movie with Haley Steinfeld. That was based in '87. This is going to be a new trilogy based in the '90s, and probably about. I fell asleep, not because the movie was boring, just because I took a lot of melatonin last night and wanted to go to bed. And I'm probably like a third of a way through. It's really, I think it's pretty good. So, and anybody that loves the old Shia and even the newer ones, I think you would enjoy for sure. But yeah.
Well, that's a good segue to some alien talk, maybe. Do you have anything on your list? Because you said aliens earlier, and I was like, I didn't hear any new shit.
Oh, dude, I don't need aliens on my list. It's always up here.
It's always, yeah.
I'm just
Lives
mad I was
rent free.
wrong.
What?
The dude with the fucked up hair was right the whole time, and I was wrong.
Yeah. Something came out this week where like they actually had a big government soiree or whatever those people do. And they talked and basically came out and said that the United States is in possession of not only crafts but non-human.
Do you think we'll ever get images? Because I don't think so.
I don't think we'll ever get images because I'm a conspiracy theorist and I'm going to fucking tell you why, okay? Growing up as a young lad, you always had movies like Eagle Eye. You always had these different kind of movies that seemed so outlandish, but now that we're older, it's kind of stuff that's already came true.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? So for this, I think all this is weirdly timing with the premiere of a great Marvel Cinematic Universe show, Secret Invasion. Because people that don't know what Secret Invasion's about is, yes, it's based on Captain Marvel, which is shout out Carol Danvers, shout out Brie Larson, shout out Nissans, because that's our commercial. The story's based on aliens that can shapeshift as humans and take the form of humans, but what they have to do to either do that is one, kill them, or two, capture them and put them in some little alien chamber where they're all asleep and don't realize what's going on. The conspiracy theorist in me is telling me that all of this is coming out at the same time as this show because these people have been around for a very, very, very long time. And I think that now they're trying to feed it to us in little doses, because if you told humanity that aliens existed right now and they lived amongst us, everybody would probably lose their fucking minds.
Yeah, but I think in general, like if this news came out in the '60s, like everybody would like it'd be like a civil war or some shit. Like everyone would literally lose their minds. Now it's just like, came out on Twitter. We see weird shit on Twitter every day.
And again, obviously, I'm joking, comparing the two, just trying to make it funny. Yeah. But it is just weirdly timed how all of this stuff always comes out, and then you look back at the movies and shows that we watched years ago, and you plug it into what life is today, and a lot of it is kind of accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird because you sound goofy saying it, but if you like really look back at older shows, older movies, when it came to internet, TVs, phones, being able to, like, one of the infamous ones that I've never watched, I guess, was Star Trek. And the one thing that they didn't get right was the internet, but they did get right of like phones of people talking to each other and like tablets and stuff like that. And it just like seems always.
Yeah, but do you ever think of it as the inverse? Like we wouldn't have had these things unless Star Trek did that, because then they inspired people.
Yeah. That's a great point.
They put the idea in inventors' heads, like, we need to actually build that. You know what I mean?
No, that's a great point. I honestly have never thought of it that way.
I sometimes think about that, like that pop culture is actually completely responsible for actual culture.
Dude, that's actually crazy when you put it that way. Truly. But yeah, sorry, back to the alien stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of Congress hearings and everything. And shout out Tom DeLonge. I mean, you know and love him more than I do. But I do know this, is that he has been on the alien trend for years now, and it was funny. Shout out him. He put an Instagram post with a T-shirt on there that said "Tom is right." Makes you wonder. I don't know. It makes you wonder. And then I read earlier that supposedly one of Elon Musk's last rocket ships into the sky busted a hole in our Earth, whatever the hell they call it. So people are like worried about that too.
Atmosphere.
Yeah,
Ozone?
atmosphere.
No.
So, dude, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't. I feel. Yeah. I don't know.
You know, like, does anybody?
What can you do anymore? Just gotta just go with it.
Yeah. Does anybody really know?
No.
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 So I don't even know why you're listening to us.
I'd like to see these aliens we have, though.
Yeah.
So supposedly we have them.
I'd really like to see that.
So
Because, like, why not? You're going to disclose this information to the public, then just share it all. Who cares?
do you think that humans are capable enough to live with another type of species like
No,
that?
absolutely
we
not.
could barely live with each other.
Yeah. Do you think
Absolutely not.
Do you think that would unite the races?
What if
And-
they were sick at sports? I think that would help a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Right? Like,
That's how people like the blacks. Shout out
species-
Jackie Robinson.
if
Dude.
another species, this is so theoretical because this is just preposterous, but like if another species just like landed here in droves, like millions of them, and they were like, we were on the run from our planet was getting attacked, like we're here as a to hopefully take safe shelter, and you can let us live amongst you. There's no way we'd let that happen. We'd probably just start killing them.
They can throw a football 200 yards. You bet your ass.
Yeah, what if they were like, we were in our World Cup and we were playing a soccer game, and then everyone
We've
would
heard
be
this
like, we love
Messi
this
going to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came to see Messi.
Dude, honestly though, my reference with Jackie Robinson and the Blacks was fire, dude.
Yeah,
Just saying. But yeah, I don't know. And then it was funny. KFC radio segment, of course, like goofy ass Feidelberg was like, wonder if they taste good. Because we eat everything else
Meat,
that's on
yeah.
Earth. You know? What if they just tasted like a candied ham?
You know, somebody would probably try it.
Yeah. There's people that eat us.
People are weird.
People are so fucking weird. All right, dude. What do we love? What do we hate?
Let's see here.
And dude, whenever you have to leave for your date, just let us know.
Okay.
Some of us have plans. I love air conditioning first.
Yes, preach.
Second, I love threading. Is that I don't know what's posting on Threads. What would you call that?
You're a threadhead, my boy.
Yeah. Because absolutely no one reads it other than Jake. So I just say
Dude, welcome to
stupid
the
shit.
Threads, bro.
It's like original Twitter. No one reads it.
Exactly. It's nice.
Yeah.
You can just say dumb shit.
So-
Nobody cares.
I always comment sound the fuck off in the comments because I know no one reads it.
Yeah, I know.
And that's like dumb as fuck, but I think it's hilarious. So I
I-
say it all the time.
Keep doing it.
I appreciate that. And the American Pie movies.
Fuck yeah.
Because there was a marathon on last night and I watched 2.5 of them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So yeah, I
Classics.
like those movies. What do I hate?
Hold on. What's the best American Pie movie?
Two.
I think in my older age I like
Oh.
1 the best. When I was younger, I always like 2 the best.
But hold on. Rethink this, though.
They're all because honestly, they're all so
Because
Yeah.
truthfully,
good. Even Reunion's really
the
good.
best one is American Reunion.
You think that's the best one?
Yes.
It is.
Now, again, everyone could say, but Jake, it's recency bias. But like when you rewatch them all, I love the American Wedding's up there.
good. Wedding's so good too. Yeah.
American Reunion is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Movie is all.
It's hard for me to rank them, honestly. They're all really good.
Wait, what did you said 2, right?
I said 2 at first, but like, no,
Two?
it's
Okay.
a question.
I said 1, but I don't know. 2's so good.
2 is
Two
incredible.
2 is incredible. So, but Wedding is so good too.
Wedding
I just
is
feel like
all-
the only
one's
thing
so
about
classic.
Wedding that sucks though is that what's his face? They didn't put
Doesn't
him in
have
it.
him. Yep.
It's so weird.
Oz.
Oz.
Mm.
But other than that, yeah, I like all 4 of them
But
like
dude,
a lot.
when like the fucking like strippers are there, and then somebody gets put in the closet.
Yeah,
dude,
that's what I mean. That scene's awesome.
that might be the greatest scene. in
That
the
scene's
American
fucking
Pie.
hilarious.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Oh, no problem. What do I hate? I hate that everyone that decides everything for everyone is 900 years old.
Yep, there you go.
That's such a good
I
point.
feel that.
People feel the need to film every social encounter. I saw your new coach hitting a bong.
Which
right?
one?
Was Sean Payton? Was it him? Is he coach of the Broncos now?
Yeah, he was hitting a bong.
Saw it on Twitter. Yeah,
Let's go, dude.
some little asshole, sitting there filming him like a prick. I think it was him.
Wait, did this just come out?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
Oh, dude, find it for me because
I might have been bamboozled, but I'm pretty sure that happened.
I have Sean Payton written down because which would make sense why people are trying to take him down. Oh my God. Who is this little kid?
Yeah,
Who's the snitch filming?
that's what I mean. Fucking asshole.
That's definitely Sean Payton. Oh, I love that he's my coach even more. He literally just started an all-out war with Nathaniel Hackett and the Jets. And don't know why it came out of left field. He literally was on a USA Today interview, ripped Nathaniel Hackett, said that was the worst head coaching job in NFL history, said that, look, it's the same thing's going to happen with the Jets. Look at what they're doing. They're bringing in Hard Knocks and basically that the Jets suck and we host them week 5. So tune the fuck in, dude.
Tune in.
Shout out Sean Payton for getting ripped, though, dude.
Shout out that guy. I also hate videos on social media of people snapping their leg bones or their knees crumbling. I think there should be a setting that you can just turn that off because I don't want to fucking see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's called censorship, bro.
A small degree about people snapping their legs in half.
It's the worst. Fuck that.
It is the worst.
Can't stand.
I hate
that.
it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have. Also, some things are back. Is anything bad for you? Or do you hate? No, sorry. Do you hate anything?
I hate that I love Patrick Mahomes now after watching the quarterback show on
really?
Netflix. It hurts my heart. Listen, there's nothing wrong with Patrick Mahomes, but it's kind of hard for other people to understand that I live in the AFC West football division and not like the Pittsburgh division where like I get the Browns hate, the Ravens hate, the Bengals hate. This is kind of my division, and since Patrick Mahomes became the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, we haven't beat them once.
Is Jackson still alive? Haven't heard from him in a while.
So oddly enough, they barely showed Jackson in this whole.
Didn't he get arrested? Is that why?
Yeah, because he like basically.
I'm
gonna throw it out. He basically raped a fucking restaurant owner on camera.
Mm.
But so yeah, Patrick Mahomes. I hate him and I hate Travis Kelce, and I think it's more because they beat us all the time, but I just despise them and dislike them. And I hate this week that I love Patrick Mahomes. But I also hate that Brianna Chicken Fries off the market, and she just became single, and now all of a sudden she's dating the guy that makes my favorite music and Zach Bryan. So that makes my heart hurt. And Brianna, I hope you're happy. I told JT earlier if I didn't like Zach Bryan's music, he actually kind of seems like the biggest douche to ever walk the earth.
That's why I don't look at his tweets because I've heard they're bad, and I love it. His music's so good. His music is probably like 45% of the music I listen to in total.
Yeah, his music's incredible, and I think that's big in saying what special talents you can have to get people to like you when you have a shitty ass personality.
Yeah, I hate the Heat.
Yeah,
currently
it sucks,
and
dude.
I'm not talking about the basketball team. And I hate. You know what I hate?
I would love to hear what you.
I hate. Go ahead. No, what were you?
I was going to say the Heat real quick. The Heat sucks for us especially because if you don't live by water, or have a pool,
then you're miserable.
Living in the heat, it's kind of like jail.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah,
I hate playing hockey against kids that are 10 years younger than me. It's just brutal.
I can't tell you how much I hate that.
It's just brutal. And tomorrow we play a team that's just all young kids.
And I think we have like 5 people.
Yeah, and I was going to say.
Thus far, so we might not even play.
We have like nobody.
I hate when your goalie just doesn't show up, too.
That's
a bummer.
Oh, wow.
Thank God our old hockey coach played the game before and used to play
Could fill
professional hockey, and he played goalie for us.
That seemed like a personal shot.
Well bet. Yeah. That's it, though. That's all I got.
I actually hate that Uncle AJ race baited me last episode.
Yeah, he kind of, yeah.
And I didn't realize it until Tig texted us.
Yeah.
But now that I'm reliving that conversation, he kind of race baited me. Shout out to Uncle AJ, great guy, but just know that's why I bodied.
He
you.
probably thinks I'm avoiding him. I haven't been on the last 2 times he's been on.
No, he'll,
Maybe a beef. He was supposed to come today, right? Maybe
Yeah.
Czar's
Yeah.
coming, so he said, "Fuck that shit."
He's like, fuck.
No, but so again, I handled that shit like a champ, but that's why I bodied you in the patriarchy segment because you were fucking dead wrong. You were dead fucking wrong, old man, and you know it. But yeah, that's about it. What do you love?
I think he already said what he loved.
What's back?
Or
Oh, yeah,
back.
what's back?
That's what I meant.
What is back is football is back. Thank God. Baseball was the only sport on, and I just can't. I can't do it. So football is back. Training camp started, and I'm seeing the tweets that are like, just imagine a couple months, you're gonna like wake up at 9 o'clock, it's gonna be freezing, and then you're gonna put on a candle, and you got fucking college football starting in 3 hours. I can't fucking wait. Can't wait.
As an adult, I will say that has to be the greatest time of the whole year.
Yep.
Like truthfully, because yeah, you have shit that you got to do on the weekends, but you have to base everything off football games. When you're basing your life off of football games, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
What else is back is the unbearable heat. We touch on that. Fucking stinks. And lastly, the world famous Italian Heritage Festival is back.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
How was it?
Dude, it was like not crowded at all
Really?
last night,
Yeah.
and I crushed 2 Giovanni sandwiches
Oh yeah.
and some meatballs
Nice.
and a bunch of beer. And it was a good time. I've had a fine time.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm going for dinner again here very, very soon.
Oh, dude, I was literally asleep by 8:45 last night.
Nice.
I mean, I was tired.
Yeah,
You'll have
I
that.
feel it.
What is not back is the Twitter bird. Twitter is going to x.com or some bullshit. stupid
Honestly,
like that.
dude, I've always been a big fan of Elon. I think he crossed a line in touching what was once a sacred environment of racism and arguments, and he just changed the fucking whole game, and it sucks. It used to be a play, and I mean that in a funny way, like not even a shitty way. Like,
Right.
listen, people live in a comedy world. I'm always coming from a comedy standpoint. I don't mean that in fucking like division. I mean that in like fucking whites making fun of whites and like blacks making fun of blacks. All of a sudden, like he's changing the entire DNA of what Twitter was, and honestly, it's making me dislike Elon. If I'm being completely honest with you,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm off Twitter, dude. Catch me on Threads, dude.
Catch me on Threads.
Feel it.
What do I say?
Threadhead,
No, something in the comments, whatever.
sound off.
Sound the fuck off in the comments. Not back also is a willingness to do anything outdoors. So
Yeah, so much for a beer pong summer, but the fucking heat.
yeah, it's too much. We need to start doing a morning beer pong
Or
summer.
indoor.
Indoor, yeah.
Dude,
Sorry.
I actually think we're getting to the age where summer is becoming overhyped, and we need to start hyping up fall.
I love the fall. I'm so about the fall. Love the fall.
I love the fall.
Not even kidding, dude. I fucking in the backyard during the fall is a vibe.
I think that summer is fun when you're young, but summer when you get older becomes a chore. Because like I was talking to my dad on the phone earlier, it's like, listen, it's so hot. It's beautiful outside. I feel like I should be outside. But I don't have a pool.
Yeah.
I don't have a lake. I don't have an ocean. And truthfully, I don't want to shower 4 times. You know?
It's that I would be a sweaty mess playing beer pong right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And
That's
it's
what it is
sad,
for
but
me.
that's
I
the
don't want to
truth.
be drenched in sweat just standing there.
You think you're going to get a girlfriend smelling like BO? Because you're not.
Fuck no.
No.
Oh, go to a couple of dive bars. That's what they look for.
That's
I've
true.
heard. Yeah.
That's true. Little
Rub
little-
some dirt on yourself.
little smelly worker
Yeah.
boys out there on the farm. Hee-haw. But yeah, boys, I don't know. I don't have anything else. I guess off topic, off record. I'm just so excited for football.
Me too.
It's actually what I've been thinking about the most these last couple days. I don't know. Like the older I get, the more excited I get for football season, and I actually think it's because of sports gambling.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm ready for it.
Me too.
I'm excited.
Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. I pretty much touched on
What
everything.
about you? Any other words you want to tell the people?
No, it's good to be back.
It's good to have you back. Follow me on Threads and Instagram at Juice Fisherman, and make sure to subscribe to the Juice Box YouTube. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. See you next time.
Follow me on Threads. I have zero clue what my name is on there. Just go from Instagram. Sound the fuck off in the comments.
And I'm still social media-less, and I think it's going to be that way for the rest of my life. But they call me Czar. That's Z-A-R. Don't get it twisted.
Bye-bye.